Rachel and welcome back to my channel, Bagels 1986SW. First of all, I want to apologise by the late upload. It's just been really busy today and I've been prepping for SlimCon, getting ready for that. So that's my apology that it's a late upload. So I'll hopefully, fingers crossed, make up for it because I've got quite a lot of Friday finds. I will just say now that there is going to be some Christmas things in these Friday finds coming up, and also Halloween treats. I am a really big seasonal person, like I love it. This is my favourite time of year. September, October, November and December. I just love it so much. So I'm just warning you about that. I'm also going to say that any sins I do mention, please double check on the app or the calculator. I can get it wrong and Slimming World can update their app on a regular basis. So we're going to start off with a Healthy Extra B, which I have been loving this week. And it is the Super Goodness by Quaker Oats, apple, cinnamon and raisin. They come in sachets, which I think is amazing because my children are back to school and sometimes I just haven't got time in the morning to have weigh my Healthy Extra B sometimes. So these are just brilliant because they're grab and go. You can have these with water and you can use them with milk if you want to save your Healthy Extra A allowance for later on in the day or for your coffees or teas, etc, etc. They are really filling. I do apologise. They are really filling. I've had them with topped with like that, topped with apple on top, and then I've put an extra bit of cinnamon on top because I do love cinnamon. Really filling. These are on offer from Ocado at the moment, but you can find these in lots of different supermarkets. Also as well, the Super Goodness range do a lot which are Healthy Extra B, so but please double check which ones they are Healthy Bs. But they are absolutely delicious, and for 2.5 minutes in the microwave, win-win for me. And you get 8 sachets in our box. I just thought I'd show you what the sachets look like. The other Healthy Extra B I've been loving are the Fitzgerald's wraps. These are the multi-seeded and cereal wraps. These were from Ocado. One of these is a Healthy Extra B. They are the same size as like a Weight Watchers wrap, but to me these are a lot more filling than a Weight Watchers wraps. I think it's because it's got like the seeds and nuts and things like that in it, and they're really nice. I highly recommend getting these if you can get them. I know that Waitrose sell them and Ocado. I don't know whether Morrison's sell Fitzgerald's, but they are there if you have got those supermarkets available. Now, I did say in my weigh-in update that I have been absolutely loving a new fruit. It's a new food to me, and it's a speed food as well. I'm thinking it's a speed food. Now I'm questioning myself because I'm now doing this. Please double check that it's a speed food. I'm sure it is. And it is these. These are kiwi berries. They look like this. And basically, it is an inside of a kiwi. And you just take the top bit off and you pop it in your mouth and they are like a kiwi. But you don't have to faff around taking all the furry bits off or cutting them up. They are so delicious and really filling, and they're called kiwi berries. I got these from Ocado. I don't know wherever else sells them, but they are delicious. I highly recommend getting you some of these. They just taste like grape, like they taste like a sick kiwi, but it's a hand to mouth action like a grape where you can have a few at a time. Absolutely gorgeous. And when you split it in half, it just looks like an inside of a kiwi. Like that. They're amazing. Then let's go on to other things. We'll go on to another thing what I mentioned in my last Friday find, which I physically hadn't got the packaging, and it's the Fibre 190 calorie carrot cake bars. These came out a few weeks ago. They've got carrot cake and they've got a double chocolate cake ones as well. 4.5 cents each. I personally don't like carrot cake, so I've not personally tried these. These are from my friend who sent me the packaging. Looking at the size and looking at the sins alone, I don't think that they're worth 4.5 cents. However, if you do miss a carrot cake, then they are a win-win for you. I'll probably stick to my Fibre One like little cake bars. I think they're a lot more filling. I do like the caramel one, and my favourite is the cinnamon as well. So they are there if you want them. However, I will point out that I think the price point of these, if they're not on offer, is ridiculous. They are £2.89 a box when they are not on offer, or they're £1.50 when they are on offer. So they're there if you like them. But I personally don't think they are worth 4.5 cents. But it's each to their own, and they're there. The other thing I have been loving, I've probably tried all these, to be quite honest, I think. Let's get on with it. The thing I haven't absolutely been loving are these. Oh my days, these are gorgeous. These are by Marshmallow and Marshmallow. Do apologise about my children just screaming in the background. I promise that the dad's with them. These are dark chocolate covered with a raspberry marshmallow, and they are delicious. You can buy them in big bars as well. These are them here. One of these is 1.5 cents. Let me just double check that. Is 1.5 cents. And the bars are 5 cents for the whole bar, and it's a really good size. They do them in peanut butter, they do them in vanilla, they do them in the raspberry, and they do a chocolate one as well. I got these from Boots. And I think the bars come in a meal deal as well. And I thought I'm just going to try something completely different, and these are a big hit for me. It gives me that chocolate fix. Now, I'm not very much a dark chocolate kind of person, as you know. I'm a Cadbury's girl, but with the raspberry marshmallow plus the dark chocolate, they're just divine, absolutely divine. And it's not something where you'll have one and then you want another. They are really filling, and it takes that sweet fix away, but you're not wanting to like eat them all. They are slightly on the higher price of them. They are £2.59 or something like that when I got them in Boots, and the bar was 89p. But I think they're absolutely delicious, and I'm going to ask my friends and family when they want to buy me some treats near Christmas time to buy me these, because I know that they're low sin and I think they are absolutely delicious, and I'm not going to want to dive into them and eat them all. So I highly recommend trying these ones out. The other thing I have been liking as well is something completely different to me. It's the Pudology Skinny 2 chocolate and raspberry puds. Now these are three sins I put in. Now there isn't a lot, but I don't think you need a lot because they're quite rich and filling, and they are divine. They do them in a different flavour, like a lemon and lime one, I think, or something like that, but they're gorgeous. Really, really nice. Just a nice evening dessert after your main meal. I really, really like them. I got them from Ocado, but I have seen these in different shops as well, and something different. They are vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, and really good in the sugars kind of thing. So there's them if you would like them. The other thing I've been liking are the Ambrosia mini custards. One of these is 2.5 cents, and I just think it's nice. It's different. You could have these cold, you could empty them, warm it up. I've had mine with banana and a squirt of Sweet Freedom shot and some apple, and it's been really nice, just something different, and I really, really like these. You can buy these in all different places, and 2.5 cents for a pot I think is amazing, so I like them as well. Then Mother Light have brought out a new flavour of yoghurt. This is a Mother Light banoffee pie flavoured yoghurt. It is lovely, but to me it just tastes like the toffee one, and I don't see much different. I think they've just really nice packaging in it to make it a bit autumnal. Once again, it is like the toffee one, and I do like the toffee Mother Light yoghurt. It's a limited edition, and it's there if you like the Mother Lights. Mother Lights, I think they're on offer in so many supermarkets. I just bought one. No, I bought two, one to try and one to show you. So these are the banoffee yogurts, and these are sin-free on Slimming World plan. Then in my last Friday finds, I mentioned the Twixes, and I mentioned my little dilemma about being a two-fingered Twix. However, B&M have solved that problem. B&M are selling the Twix white single fingers for £1, and you get 10 in here. Like, amazing. They are 5 cents each, or 5.5 cents each. and they're delicious, absolutely delicious. I love white chocolate, and I don't mind a Twix, so it's a win-win for me. And for £1, I think they are incredible price. So these are from B&M, 10 white Twix fingers for £1, and I think they're 5.5 cents a finger. Then the other thing I've been loving is I do like a fizzy pop. So I'm absolutely been loving the Fanta Fruit Twist Zero Sugar. Theming on point, it's Halloween theming, win-win for me. Really nice, something different. I picked it up, it was in a meal deal from Boots when I was shopping on Monday, and it is divine, and it is sin-free on the plan if you get the zero sugar. Make sure you get the zero sugar because they are packaging quite similar. I had to really look for the zero sugar, but it's something different, and I've been loving it, so I thought I'd show you people. The other thing I've been liking as well are the pikelets, the thin pikelets. Now these are just one version of them. These are from Ocado. You can buy them Kingsmill, Warburton's I think do them. They do different varieties in different brands. This is just one I chose. They are about 2.5 cents to 3 cents. These ones were 2.5 cents, but please check the cents. And these are really nice. I've had these with a corn patty, which is half a cent. One of these, which is 2.5 cents, so that's 3 cents, with baked beans, fried egg, and some fried mushrooms for a breakfast. And it's been really filling. And this is just like a different thing if I want to save my healthy extra B, and I've just been sinning something like that, so I still got like a bread thing in the morning, and they are divine, absolutely delicious. Then I haven't tried these yet, but I know I'm going to love them. These are the cinnamon and raisin bagel thins. Yes, please. And they are divine. I've tried these last year when I wasn't on the Slimming World plan like this time. Oh, I wasn't on the Slimming World plan, but you know what I'm trying to say. And these are 5.5 cents, I want to say, or 6 cents, something like that. They're quite high in cents, but for me, they taste like a toasted tea cake, and I'm all for a toasted tea cake in autumn. New York bagel and co, cinnamon and raisin bagel thins. One of them is 6 cents, 6.5 cents. I know they're quite high. Please double check our cents. But to me, it's just a naughty treat. For me, I like these, and I think it's worth it for me. But I just thought I'd show you if you do like a toasted tea cake. Now, if you can see other toasted tea cakes which is lower than 6.5 cents, please let me know, because that is one of my favourite autumn things to have, is a toasted tea cake. So they're at the moment, they're a good alternative for me. Going back to B&M, they have these Pepro Korean #1 brand. They were 69p from B&M, like I've just said, and they're like an Oreo. It is a white chocolate stick with like Oreo bits all over it. The whole packet of these is 7 cents for the whole. Is it 7 cents or 8 cents? 8 cents. 8 cents. 8 cents for the whole packet. So I haven't really worked out what a thing is, but I would probably sin it for 1 cent just to oversin, or is it half a cent for one stick? But they're low in cents for what they are, and they look delicious. I haven't tried them. I've only bought them today on my travels, and they look delicious. So there's them. The other thing from B&M are the Golden Minis. Yes, please. These are 5 cents per cereal bar, but once again, just like the cinnamon ones, I chop these up and put them on a treat bowl on a night time. I don't have them as a cereal bar, and it's just some yummy naughtiness for me. So I thought I'd show you these. I think these were 79p from B&M, and yes, please, I love this kind of thing. So that will keep me on plan, on track, and give me a naughty little treat. Then I've seen a lot of people do the muscle foods, do the unthinkable. And I've seen Helen do it, and I've seen Gemma do it as well. And the one product I have been wanting to try from that, because it looks delicious, are the mountain chips. And I found them in B&M. These are the sweet chili flavoured, so they are 5 cents on the Slimming World app. 5 cents? 5 cents, I want to say 5 cents. They are 5 cents, and they are delicious. Like, they look like a Dorito, but they've been puffed up, so they look like a hula You know those hula hoop puffs? They look like, so it looks like a Dorito with the same texture as a hula hoop puff. That's not easy to say. And for 5 cents, these were so filling, really filling. And the best bit is the 20p a bag from B&M. Yes, please. So I've got I've had a few of these in, and I can't recommend these enough. Hopefully I can get more flavours of these. I know that they do a barbecue one, but absolutely delicious. Really, really tasty. So there's mountain chips. Then I'm going to go on to my seasonal. So if you're not into Christmas and you're not into Halloween, then these are going to be Christmas products. So let's start with Halloween. Now, we should all know by now that I'm a massive Cadbury's fan. I love Cadbury's, and they've brought out Goo Heads. One of these is 2.5 cents. Now they are like a mini cream egg without the yellow in the middle, so it's just the white stuff in the middle. 2.5 cents per one. They're just like a mini cream egg, and they are delicious. I've had these on top of treat bowls, and they are just divine. They do the big Goo Heads, but they are highly sinned. But these are just a naughty little controlled sweet, which chocolate even, which I have on a treat bowl, and they are absolutely divine. So that's Halloween. Now we're going on to Christmas. Milky Bar Christmas selection boxes. £1, you can buy them anywhere. Why I like these and why I get stocked up on these is because we have a big box of chocolates when it comes to Christmas time, which are really naughty for like the family, or if we have like neighbours over or we have family over, they can just hand in and grab whatever they want. However, I don't touch that. I have my own sin treats, which are out like everyone else's, and everyone else can touch them, but I know that they are low in sins, so I start prepping for that. And these are one of my favourite. So these range between 4.5 to 3.5 cents, depending on what you have. The Milky Bars are 3.5, and I think the packet of Milky Bars are 4.5 cents. Now, what I like about these is they are brilliant to melt. I love melting these and dipping some chocolate, dipping them into strawberries, and they're just a really nice treat. So I highly recommend getting some Milky Bars. If not, you can just eat them, and they are delicious. Then the other thing I love are the mini reindeers, Maltese and mini ones. The mini ones are 3.5 cents. Yes, please. I love these. Love them. And they're just, because they're individually wrapped, it's that portion control once again, and these are delicious. You can buy them anywhere. I've seen them in B&M, I've seen them in Home Bargains, I bought mine from Ocado, I've seen them in Asda, Sainsbury's, Co-op, they're all over the place. Then the other thing I have seen and I have been loving is this. Now, I got this from Ocado, and you can buy it in B&M. There's not much price difference. I bought mine for £2, and in B&M it is £1.99. This is perfect for anyone on a Slimming Rules plan who likes to have like portion control biscuits. So this is by McVitie's, and this packaging is divine. I bought quite a few of these to give to friends who are on the Slimming Rules plan, and just because I absolutely love this packaging, and I think a lot of people do like McVitie's. For £1.99, and I think you get 11 bags, I think that is a really good bargain. So they're all portion controlled, so you get mini cookies, you get ice gems, and you get mini gingerbread men. And these range between 5 cents to 5.5 cents, depending on the product. Yes, please, divine. Divine. Absolutely delicious, and win-win on the packaging, because that is just amazing. So this has been a long one. Sorry for the late upload, but hopefully my finds have made up for that. If you are going to SlimCon, I'll see you at SlimCon. If not, have a brilliant weekend. Food optimise when you can. Send you positive thoughts. Rachel, bye!